Oh, okay. I did a boo boo. I all right. Yeah, technical difficulty, but I'll continue. About the dealing with emotions, it's like I kind of tend to kind of hide them away and like not really deal with them up front. Like I don't like talking about like anything unless it's like anger or like not really anger, or it's just like negative feelings. Actually not even those. I don't really like to talk about either. Like all like the weird sappy stuff. Like I could talk about that all day, but I mean like I'm getting to that age where it's like like you gotta just deal. Life is just freaking hard, and people come, people go. Um, like I don't know, dude. It's just like even if it was like my own mom. Like I just can't. Um, I'm just like processing it like in the background, and I'm just like, okay, well, I can't take time away for this and stuff. I gotta just just keep on going, I guess. I don't know what it is. Like it hurts and stuff, but like I'm not really gonna be the first person to like let that out and like go around expressing it everywhere. Um, but yeah, okay, I don't want to talk about this anymore. Um, let's see. Um, I guess learning how to drive a stick shift was kind of hard also, because I didn't really like. I asked a lot of people. Like I was just sending messages left and right, asking like, all right, so like, what should I do? What do I do with this? What do I do with that? How do I not stall? Like stalling was one of the biggest things. Like every time I got to a traffic light or a stoplight, I would just stall, and I would always just freak out like super bad. Like especially the first couple of weeks. Even like the first month or so too. Like every time I stalled, like I would just panic, and I'm just like, dude, like this car is behind me. These people are gonna get mad. These people are just gonna like everyone. It's just like I don't know. I just didn't want to feel like I was in the way, but I just wanted to get out of there. Like just wanted to be able to get it down and just like be able to drive comfortably, and um, like I was a little overconfident every time I got in the car and tried doing it, and then I get to a stop and just stop or stall, and um, I don't know. I kind of just over like researched it like a lot. Like I just kind of like I wouldn't go practice anywhere. I just drive to work, drive back, and that's it. I was like scared to drive. I guess for the longest time, just go and like drive around like for no reason. So like I guess I just didn't really try to say like help myself. Um, but I guess eventually I kind of figured it out and everything. And it's like weird because like I would go back to the old messages, and then it'd be literally what someone told me like the first week into it, and I just like kind of feel like kind of stupid. I'm just like, okay, I should have listened to that person from the get go. But I don't know. Eventually, had it figured out. I have I don't know. I'm still weird about driving around certain places like hills and stuff. Um, I try and every time I go somewhere, I think about the route I'm gonna go, like the easiest route, like what um, like which way is the easiest way to go. Like it doesn't matter if it's the quickest or most efficient or even the busiest either. Yeah, no, driving through traffic was kind of weird one time, like especially a freeway traffic jam. That was kind of interesting. But I kind of just went through it, and like I went through like probably like I've been probably stuck in like maybe um, like three traffic jams since I started driving this car, and um, yeah, I guess I can't really think too much about it. It's just when it happens, I just gotta deal with it then and there, and I kind of had a tendency to just overthink things and like not before they're even happening. So like that's always like that doesn't help at all. But I guess just keeping a cool head, when it's going helps a lot. Um, but yeah. Um, let's see what else is there. Yeah. I don't know. Like I'm trying to think of when I first got into MBTI. Like I think I was just looking up personality disorders and stuff, and then like 16 personalities popped up, and I was like, oh, interesting. There's 16. What's this about? And then I looked at it, and it's like basically about all the archetypes. And I was like, okay, that's interesting. Like I've looked that up before, but not really in depth. So I got my results and stuff, and I was like, oh wow. I think the first time I got INFP, and then I didn't really get too much into it because um, I took it a second time, like a couple months later, and I got INFJ, and then that's when I started reading about it, and I was like, oh, like this is like the special type. So like how we got into it the second time was I was talking to my friend one day. We were just out at the bar, and I was like, yeah, dude, like I have no luck on Tinder, and blah blah blah. And he was like, oh, dude, you need to put your MBTI type on there. So like, chicks love that. And I was like, oh, really? I'm like, yeah, I've done that before. Like, yeah, that's actually interesting. Like, let me see. I forgot what my type was, but I'm gonna go do it, and I'm gonna put it on there. So like, that's when I got into like when I got INFJ as a result, and then I just thought I was super special and all that shit, and then um, I think um, and then like people who get into it at first, they kind of start doing the test over and over to see if they're the same thing, and like I got like INFP. So I was looking around, and like everyone started talking about like, yeah, just look at the functions. Like the functions are everything. Like you don't even need to take the test to figure out who you are. You just look at the functions and see what you're doing, track all that. um, so yeah, that's how I really got into it, was just learning about the functions. So there's 8 of them, so you get pretty in depth with that. um, especially yeah, especially when you stumble upon objective like personality. Like that was just a game changer. That was different. That was like big to me. Like I was just like my fucking head exploded just trying to wrap it around all this shit and just all the terms and everything. And it's like it makes actually like a lot of sense to like differentiate people, whether they're like information dominant or energy dominant. And I'm like, oh, like I can see that. I can see that with people, like dealing with people, like, or like double deciding, double observing, or single one versions of those. I mean everyone's whatever the other one is, but like yeah, like it's like that's when it's just like wow, like that's fucking awesome. Like I can apply this to like everything, everyone. And that's how I got into it. And then I joined the class like a year ago, or like I think early 2000, and I just like watched a whole lot of videos. I just kind of started just grabbing every piece of information that's out there that they had to like learn more and more and more about it. But yeah, not really the best approach, I guess. You gotta take it like one step at a time. But I kind of feel like I have a basic, good understanding of it, and I don't know. It's just a very fun thing to be into, it's helpful. You could, like they'll have the whole, I don't know, self-growth thing that they've applied it to, which is, like, I mean, once I start focusing on that, I could kind of see where my faulties are already, but once I start applying it, and start applying myself to it, I think it would probably benefit me, like, a lot, and benefit everybody, but it's just really, really complicated, like, for some people, like, I don't know, you have to have an open mind and, understanding of how things work. And yeah, I guess, I don't know, it kind of cut off in the second one, but I'm going to try and do another one soon. But I think this is a good amount of time. Hopefully the first one didn't erase. And alright, I'll talk to you guys later.